Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we are going to completely shatter this illusion of fake wealth that is literally everywhere on social media right now. We're going to break down the absolute real math of financial security. We are moving way past the flashy cars and the heavy, crushing debt to uncover how true lasting wealth is actually built behind the scenes. Trust me, by the time we finish this up, the way you look at your very next paycheck is going to be fundamentally different.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap. We're going from the nightmare of consumer debt to this single salary trap, building a safety net, launching a second income, the recurring revenue secret, and finally, making money while sleeping.
Section 1. The Consumer Debt Illusion, Spending Tomorrow's Money Today. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table on a Sunday night. That's exactly where we find Ranata. She's a 29-year-old dental hygienist making $58,000 a year. Now, by all conventional standards, she should be totally comfortable, right? But instead, she's running frantic arithmetic across 4 different screens: her banking app, her credit card app, and 2 different buy now, pay later apps. She's trying to calculate exactly what day of the week she's allowed to buy chicken, because payday isn't until Friday, her kid needs to eat on Tuesday, and Tuesday has never once been willing to negotiate. She's not just blowing money wildly, she's literally become a solvency bridge with a phone app. And this quote highlights how common this is: a 22-year-old and a self-built $100,000 hole. For Ranata, it's a $2,000 credit card balance devouring her check. At a 22% interest rate, her $40 monthly minimum payment only reduces her actual debt by $4. The other $36 is pure interest. It's just a monthly subscription to her own past. And this happens constantly because of what we call lifestyle creep. You know how it goes. People start making a little more money, so they immediately upgrade to luxury apartments or buy trendy purses just to look the part. They desperately want to project success today, totally ignoring the compounding 25% interest rates that are dragging them underwater. We see it all the time. People buying things just to post an image online, getting caught up in the illusion that if they look rich, they'll magically become rich. But spoiler alert, reality definitely doesn't work that way. So the crucial point is this: money is not energy. Money is math. There is this incredibly toxic manifestation trend out there telling people to spend like they're rich to somehow attract wealth. No way. Every dollar of debt you take on is future income you've already spent. You're trapping yourself in a cycle of paying off your past broke self. For Ranata, everything changed one Sunday when she stopped playing defense. She actually called her credit card company and asked out loud for her real interest rate. The voice said 26.9%. But for the first time, she didn't feel a surge of shame. She realized that number wasn't a verdict on her character. It was simply a price on a product, and she decided the price was way too high. Section 2. The Single Salary Trap. Why your 9-to-5 is not a safety net.
Meet Desmond. He's a 41-year-old HVAC installer in Dayton, Ohio. He sits at his kitchen table staring at a retirement statement that reads $44,000. He feels this quiet, paralyzing shame because all the headline statistics tell him the average American retirement balance is $167,000. He just assumes he missed some secret meeting in his 20s. But here's the thing. Desmond is being measured with a completely crooked ruler. That $167,000 average is heavily skewed by extreme outliers. Guys like Gerald, a 63-year-old orthodontist out in Scottsdale with $2.1 million in his account. Gerald was just quietly averaged in, dragging the mean way up. In reality, the median balance for Desmond's entire generation is exactly $45,000. Desmond isn't failing. He's standing dead center in the line. But relying on his one salary alone to catch up is still dangerous. Between thousands of sudden tech layoffs, AI exposure, stealth inflation, and medical emergencies, that single paycheck is incredibly vulnerable.
And here is a truly terrifying reality. A staggering 75% of people do not have an emergency fund. That's wild. That means a single crisis, a single layoff, or one surprise hospital visit can completely wipe them out. If your only financial defense is just hoping your boss doesn't fire you, you are always one emergency away from ruin. Section 3. The 6-month safety net, calculating your financial airbag. Now, what's really interesting about this is the absolute clarity of the formula. Calculating your bare minimum essential, rent, groceries, and bills, and multiplying that by 6 creates a true solvency bridge. And by the way, I can build an interactive calculator right here in our chat to help you run your personal airbag number in seconds. But to actually build this, you have to stop trying to be heroic with sheer willpower. You have to change your default settings. Ranata set up an automatic transfer on payday, moving a slice of her check to a separate account before she could even look at it, before she could become a person with opinions and spend it. She simply stopped eating the seed corn. Section 4. Building a second income. Playing offense without quitting your job. Okay, once your defense is locked in, we get to move into offense. There are distinct levels to this, and they are accessible no matter where you are starting from right now. Level 1 is zero investment, basically taking the skills you already have and freelancing on the side. Level 2 moves into digital products, like creating guides or templates that sell automatically online without you having to trade hours for dollars. And level 3 is capital heavy, taking your savings and buying into micro franchises. The whole goal here is to remove your 100% dependency on a single boss and finally get your bargaining power back. Section 5. The recurring revenue secret, the power of boring businesses. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate wealth secret from our sources, unglamorous businesses that just make money silently. Let's compare two guys, Karan and Mahesh. Karan opens a super flashy premium cafe. He's got the Instagram fame, sure, but he wakes up every single day hustling for one-time sales with zero guarantees for tomorrow. Mahesh, on the other hand, starts an incredibly boring cleaning business. It's totally invisible on social media, but it's built on solid 2-year corporate contracts. While Karan is stressing over weekend foot traffic, Mahesh is chilling on vacation because his customers pay him automatically every single month. These boring business goldmines are literally everywhere. We're talking commercial cleaning for office buildings, pest control for restaurants, equipment rental for construction crews, vending machines at hospitals, or even micro software as a service apps. These models absolutely thrive because of repeat customers, specialized location access, and monthly subscriptions. You don't need daily innovation here, you just need reliable execution. I absolutely love this concept. The customer doesn't pay for the cleaning, they pay for the tension to be removed. That is profound. True wealth is generated by selling reliability. You solve an expensive, recurring problem on an automatic schedule. When a hospital signs a commercial laundry contract, they aren't really buying the washing of the sheets. They are buying the absolute peace of mind that clean bed sheets will just magically be there every single morning. And that peace of mind, it's worth an absolute fortune. Section 6. Making money while sleeping. Your investing masterclass. Let's move to and see how this builds into the most powerful tool of all, investing. Our sources break down the exact vehicles. Index funds passively copy the market and offer incredibly low fees, which is vital because high fees will completely eat your returns over the decades. Mutual funds try to actively beat the market but charge more. ETFs trade in real time. And hedge funds? Those are high-fee vehicles mostly reserved for the ultra-wealthy. Low-cost index funds or ETFs are your absolute sweet spot. This is exactly what Desmond did to stop playing defense. Remember Desmond? He logged into his retirement portal, increased his contribution from 4% to 5%, which cost him just $32.19 a paycheck, and he set that increase to repeat automatically every January. He never has to find the courage to do it twice. And hey, I can build an interactive calculator right here in the chat to help you run the 5% rule for your own budget too. I want to leave you with this final, really provocative thought to chew on. Ask yourself, will your next purchase steal from your future self or pay your future self? It's time to stop trying to look rich for an internet audience that genuinely does not care. Ignore those statistical ghosts like Gerald in Scottsdale and just run the real math for yourself. Build your airbag, automate your investments so you don't have to think about them, and focus on buying assets over liabilities. When you make those shifts, you finally put an end to the financial fear and you reclaim your own Monday mornings. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really challenge you to make that change today.